Okay, so today's topic is apoptosis, and then we are going to discuss about necrosis. So, what is apoptosis? Any idea? Students from winter batch? Yes, am I audible to you all? Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so tell me what is apoptosis?
Internet programmed cell death.
Yes, it is programmed cell death. Okay, so apoptosis is programmed cell death. Okay, so in the Greek meaning, apoptosis is nothing but falling off like leaves from a tree. Okay, it is just like the meaning of this word is falling off leaves on the from the trees. Okay, so apoptosis is an important process in the health and disease by which affects the abnormal or unwanted cells, they are eliminated. So by the effect of this apoptosis, whenever the cells they become unwanted or they become abnormal, structural or functional changes occurs. In that case, these cells they get eliminated by the process of apoptosis. It is nothing but programmed cell death, and it of course it is differs from the necrosis. Okay, so this apoptosis it is differ from the necrosis. It is a very active process. Apoptosis is a very much active process. Now, what are the examples of this apoptosis in health? Whenever there is health, this apoptosis occurs. This apoptosis occurs in health also and also in the disease. So first we will see the examples of apoptosis in the health, that is in embryogenesis and development. The main this factor or main function of this apoptosis is in embryogenesis and in development. So the first example is metamorphosis of tadpole to frog. So here what happens? The tadpole, it has a tail. So this tail tissues, tail parts get eliminated and this tadpole get converted into frog. Okay. So this is the first example. Then second is loss of autoreactive response of T cells in the thymus preventing autoimmune attack. So this loss of response of this T cell in thymus preventing autoimmune attack is again the example of this apoptosis in the health. Third example is in atrophy and in evolution. Okay. So often that is withdrawal, it is seen in the withdrawal of hormones. That is in the menstrual breakdown of the endometrium. So withdrawal of hormone, it is again the apoptosis in the health. So these are the examples of apoptosis in the health. Okay. So first is metamorphosis of tadpole to frog, then loss of autoreactive response of T cells in thymus preventing autoimmune attack. Third is withdrawal of hormones, that is during menstrual breakdown of the endometrium. Okay, so these endometrial tissues, they get eliminated from the body. Okay, so this is again apoptosis. Apoptosis is programmed cell death, and it is an important process in health and the disease by which by the effect of this apoptosis, the abnormal or unwanted cells are eliminated. Okay, and the Greek meaning of apoptosis is falling off like leaves from the tree. Now we will see the examples of apoptosis of disease. Okay. So apoptosis, it also occurs in the disease process or due to some stimulations. Okay. So irradiation is one example. Then viral infections, during viral infection that apoptosis occurs. Then action of the cytotoxic T cells, that is rejection of transplanted organ. Okay. So action of cytotoxic T cells, it happens, the example of this action of cytotoxic T cell is in rejection of transplanted organ. So transplant rejection reaction. Okay, and fourth one is in tumors, the apoptosis and proliferation, it always goes together, control the rate of tumor growth. Okay. So in the tumors, this apoptosis is again associated with the elimination of the tissues. Okay. Or it is associated with programmed cell death. So these are some examples of apoptosis. Okay. Then next, there are this apoptosis is a rapid process usually affecting the single cell which is scattered in the population of healthy cell. Okay, it is a very much rapid process associated with the single cell. Okay, which gets surrounded by the population of healthy cells. So this it always it considered in two stages. The first stage is the dying process. Okay, the first stage is the dying process and second stage is the elimination process. So what happens in this dying process? Here the active metabolic changes in the cell causes cytoplasmic and nuclear condensation. Here you can see black dots. It is a condensation of cytoplasm, and here again the condensation of nuclei. So nuclear and cytoplasmic condensation occurs, and here you can see the plasma membrane is intact. Okay. This stage is called as dying process. So here, second step, first is active metabolic changes in the cell, and second is cell disintegration into apoptotic bodies. So here, the cells, they get divided into various parts. Okay, each gets surrounded by plasma membrane. This plasma membrane is still intact in this stage, and some contain the condensed nuclear material. Okay, so this nuclear material is also there, you can see in the cell which get divided. Okay, so this is again the program. This cell is get divided into various parts, so the cell get disintegrated. Okay, the first stage. The second is elimination process. Here you can see the phagocytosis, this phagocytosis. Okay, the cell get engulfed by that cell that is liver cell, then tumor cells, followed by rapid digestion. So this liver cell, they engulf that particular Kupffer cells in the liver or splenic macrophages. So these cells, they engulf that particular cell which is diseased or which is not useful, and it get easily digested. Okay, so elimination process, that is rapid digestion of that. These are the cells which get engulfed by this particular I think it is a liver cell. Okay, so or tumor cell also engulf that particular abnormal cells. Okay, so there are two stages by which this elimination occurs, or this apoptosis. It rapidly occurs, affecting the single cell in the scattered population of healthy cells. Okay, so here these cells, they get eliminated or disintegrated by these two stages. Okay. So here the surrounding cells, they move together to fill the vacant space, leaving no evidence of this process. So here we can't see any evidence of this particular process. Whenever there is vacant space occurs, It lives virtually with showing no evidence of this particular engulfment or phagocytosis. Okay. The presence of this intact plasma membrane around the apoptotic bodies, which explains the absence of inflammation. Okay. It is a programmed cell death, so it is not related with any inflammatory process. So this remain intact. Whenever there is inflammation, this plasma membrane, it get first disintegrated. So here there is no disintegration of plasma membrane, it remain intact, showing no evidence of any, or it shows the absence of inflammation. Okay. Now the cell damage. Okay. We are talking about the cell damage, that is the apoptosis or necrosis. So what are the causes of cell damage? Etiology of cell damage. So etiology, there is a reduced oxygen supply, that is it is related with the respiratory diseases, cardiovascular diseases, or anemia. So this oxygen supply get reduces in the conditions like respiratory diseases, cardiovascular diseases, and anemia. Okay. Now the physical agents, they causes cell damage. So what are the physical agents? Yes, yes, my dear students. What are the physical agents? We learned about this physical agent which causes injury to the cell while discussing the degeneration. Okay. So what are the physical agents? Anyone? Yes.
Teacher,
Yes.
Excess heat.
Yes. Right. Right. Excessive heat. Then what is
X-ray radiation.
what is opposite of heat? Excess of heat and cold, both. Okay. Then radiation. Yes, right. It may be ultraviolet or it may be X-rays. Okay, radiation. Then mechanical trauma. It is also a physical agent. Okay. So mechanical trauma, then excessive heat or cold or radiation. These are the physical agents which causes cell damage, which causes the injury to the cell. Okay. Now, third, chemical agents. So which are the chemical agents?
phosphorus, chloroform.
Yes. Ether, phosphorus, chloroform, or the chemicals which are used in the industrial process. Okay, factories. So these chemical agents, they causes injury to the cell. Okay. Then fourth one is toxins. So toxins by bacteria, by plant, animals like snake. Okay. So this toxins causes injury to the cell. Any bacteria, viruses, plants, then animal toxins like snake poisoning. Okay. Or scorpio poisoning. These toxins, they also causes cellular injury. Then various viruses causes, viral infection causes a much cell damage. Okay. Now, sixth one, abnormal immunological reaction. Yes, could you give any example of abnormal immunological reaction? We have discussed this topic with the winter batch students. What are the abnormal immunological reactions? Yes, abnormal immunological reactions. Hypersensitivity reactions, okay, or hypersensitivity state. Then glomerulonephritis. These are the examples of abnormal immunological reaction, or rheumatoid arthritis. This also comes under abnormal immunological reaction. Then asthma, okay, Arthus reaction. These are the examples of hypersensitivity reactions. Okay. So abnormal immunological reactions can cause injury to the cell, or they causes damage to the cell. Then next is nutritional deficiencies. Okay. So, could you give me any example of nutritional deficiencies? Yes. Yes. What are the examples of nutritional deficiencies? Not remembering?
Iron deficiency anemia.
Yes. Then, so iron. Okay.
Scurvy,
Scurvy. Yes.
vitamin C deficiency.
Yes. 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 Right. Then,
Rickets, vitamin D deficiency.
yes. 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 Right. So these are the example of nutritional deficiencies. They may cause damage to the CNS, okay, to the mucous membrane, connective tissues, okay. At various sites, various plants, this nutritional deficiencies causes cellular damage. Then malabsorption syndromes, okay. They also comes under nutritional deficiencies. Then genetic abnormalities. Various genetic abnormality also causes this cell damage, okay, like Down syndrome, okay. The Down syndrome always we can see in late pregnancies, okay, or also some genetic abnormalities may appear in the identical twins, okay. So this genetic abnormalities can also cause the this cellular damage, okay. Okay, so whenever there is mild injury, it can be reversed by the repair mechanism. Whenever there is mild injury occurs to the cell, it can be reversed. That we can we just discussed in the degenerative process. So in degeneration, the injury is mild, and also this it is reversible. Okay, so we call it as degeneration. So degenerative conditions, we have discussed about degenerative, all degenerative conditions up till now. So here in this degenerative changes, the repair mechanism is get activated and the injury can be reversed with normal structure and functions of the cell. Whenever there is severe injury, it results into the cell death by two mechanisms. Okay. Whenever there is severe injury, the cell death occurs. The one example is necrosis. Here the cell, they get simply die. Okay. So whenever death occurs, it could not get repaired. There is permanent damage occurs to that organ. Okay. Apoptosis, it is an active process, programmed cell death. So here the cell death, when cell death occurs, it is irreversible condition. It becomes irreversible condition. Okay, understood about apoptosis? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
okay, okay. Now, we will go towards necrosis. What is necrosis? What are the types of necrosis? Have you heard this word before, necrosis? Have you seen like this particular this injury and this blackish discoloration? This
Yes, ma'am.
is nothing but necrosis, okay? Cell death occur. Here you can see the reddish, that is normal granulation tissue occurs, and here the cell, here the healthy wound. We can say that it is a healthy wound, upper, little bit upper, okay? So here you can see the reddish, that is congestion, blood supply is more, so it is a healthy wound. But here it is necrosis, okay? So this necrosis, this term describes death of the cell or a group of cells, typically following severe hypoxia, that is less oxygenation. Severe hypoxia is there. Then physical or chemical injury. Okay, so this, whenever there is death of cell or a group of cell which get followed with severe hypoxia and physical or chemical injury. Okay. So the death of the cell, it is associated with rapid depletion of intracellular energy system. So depletion of intracellular energy system. And there is depletion of ATP. Okay. ATP molecules, they get severely decreased. Initially, there is no morphological changes, but within few hours, the cell membrane and intracellular organelle are disrupted. Okay, there is severe damage occurs, which is associated with the cellular membrane as well as the organelle, that is the nucleus. There may be damage of the nucleus, then ribosomes, then this RE cells, then mitochondria. Okay, all these are the organelle which get there is a severe damage occurs with this organelles associated with the cell membrane damage. The electron microscopy demonstrates these changes earlier than the light microscopy. Okay, this electron microscopy, they easily catch this particular changes earlier than the light microscopy. Okay, so here what happens, there is a group of necrotic cells, there is loss of plasma membrane which act as a barrier function. So here we discussed in the degenerative process that sometimes this components of the cell, that is the some ions, they enter inside the cell while some ions they go outside of the cell. So both they are harmful to the cell. That is, here what happens in necrosis, there is passage into cell of calcium ions and sodium ions. So the entry inside the cell, they are with of sodium ions and calcium ions. Okay, so one sodium ion, they brought four water molecules also with it. Okay, and there is passage out of the cell of potassium and some of the enzymes. They go out of the cell. Okay, during this necrotic process. So whenever there is injury to the cell, or whenever there is some toxins, they act on the cell, or during some bacterial viral infections. Okay, so here what are the changes they occur? Some ions, they enters inside the cell, and there is loss of some ions, that is passage into the inside the cell is of calcium ions and sodium ions with water molecules, and passage out of the cell is potassium ions and some of the enzymes. So what happens whenever these enzymes they get releases, this concentration of enzymes increases in the blood. Okay, so whenever this concentration of some enzymes increase in the blood, we can use it as a diagnostic test. Okay, so what is the necrosis? What happens during necrosis? It is due to denaturation and coagulation of proteins, or digestion of the cell by released enzyme. So whenever some enzymes they get releases, the damage of the cell is this digestion of the cell occurs, or it associated with denaturation and coagulation of proteins. Okay, so there are various types of this necrosis we are going to discuss. So here you can see the necrosis, the picture of necrosed tissues, death of the cell, severely damaged. Okay, so here we can see there is tissue trauma, there is because of ischemia, toxins, burns, or some particulates, or due to some virus. Okay, it causes necrosis of the cell. You can see the faded cell. Okay, it is the necrosed cell. There is death of the cell. So here there is release of DAMPS. What is DAMPS? Damage associated molecular pattern. Okay, it is nothing but damage associated molecular patterns. So what are these two patterns? Some active, there is somewhere there is activation of macrophages, Macrophages activation, they releases the inflammatory cytokine production, okay, and it will gives rise to innate immunity, okay. It will this there is innate immunity, that is the plasma cells, they initiates the antibodies, okay. Here, this dendritic cell, T cells, there is maturation, migration to the lymph nodes and antigen presentations. Okay. So this migrates towards the lymph nodes and antigen presentations, and there is adaptive immunity. Okay, it is adaptive immunity. So there are two outcomes of this necrosis: innate immunity and adaptive immunity. Okay, here you can see the cell injury. Here you can see the organelles of the cell. Okay, whenever cell injury occurs, the necrosis, you can see damage of the plasma. This membrane get damaged, the nuclear disintegration, degradation of the nucleus. Okay, condensation of the cytoplasm. All these things occurs with necrosis. And here apoptosis, disintegration into the fragments, disintegration of the cell into various parts, okay, or various particles. Cell suicide, we call it as a suicide of the cell, okay. So apoptosis, this is the difference, main difference between necrosis and apoptosis, okay. Now pathogenesis of necrosis, okay. So here there is ischemia, ischemic necrosis. Okay, this is ischemic necrosis. Just we have seen that foot or the finger of one this foot, it get blackish, necrosed. So it might be of ischemic necrosis. So here there is a decrease oxidative phosphorylation of this mitochondria. It acts on the mitochondria, which is a powerhouse of the cell mechanism. Okay, here there is decrease of ATPs, which gives rise to decreased sodium pump. There is influx of calcium ions, water and sodium ions. Okay, this influx of calcium ion, just we talked about this influx of calcium ion, water molecules and sodium molecules. Efflux of potassium, that is this efflux potassium, it get releases out of the cell. Okay, so here there is swelling of cell occurs with loss of microvilli. Okay, so swelling of the cell occurs due to this entry of sodium and water molecules and calcium molecules, and this potassium molecules, they go outside, and there is, it causes cellular swelling, that is hydropic degeneration or albuminous degeneration. Okay, before this albuminous degeneration will go towards hydropic degeneration. Okay, then the second factor of this pathogenesis of necrosis is increased anaerobic glycolysis. So there is flux of this glycogen, increased lactic acid, so it causes decreased pH and clumping of nuclear chromatin. The nuclear chromatin material that is in the nucleus, it get clump, that is it get condensed, it get aggregated. Okay, clumping of nuclear chromatin, it occurs due to decreased pH. Okay, so there is decrease this glycogen in the, and whenever this anaerobic glycolysis increase, okay, release of glycogen decrease, the this release of glycogen causes then what is the function of this glycogen? Yes, what is the function of glycogen, the winter batch?
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, whenever means glycogen is stored in liver, whenever there is less glucose in the body, the glycogen is broken down.
Yes, broken down. We call it as,
Glycogenolysis, I guess.
yes, 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 right. So, yes, proceed. So there is release of glycogen, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So the second factor that because of increased anaerobic glycolysis is lactic acid release, increased lactic acids, okay, which decreases pH, and there is clumping of nuclear chromatin. And third is detachment of the ribosomes, which decreases the protein synthesis. Okay, so this all the things happen, that is functional and morphogenic consequences of decreased intracellular adenosine phosphatase, that is ATP, during the cell injury. The morphogenic changes shown here are indicative of reversible cell injury. Here, this cell injury, it may be reversible up till this stage. Further depletion of ATP results in the cell death. So whenever still with this all the things, still the ATP they are decreased, then there is cell death occurs. Okay, typically by necrosis, endothelial, this ER and endoplasmic reticulum. Okay, so this is the pathogenesis of ischemic necrosis. Okay, okay. So what happens? Uh, See here you can see hypoxia, and there is release of free radicals. Okay, in the cytoplasm. Okay, the cytoplasm there is denatured hypoxia, release of free radicals. It causes coagulation necrosis. Okay. Then next is in the CNS, that is because of strong acids, alkalis, clostridium, then snake venom, neutrophils, that is pus formation. It is the cytoplasm, it is hydrolyzed. And here, which type of necrosis occurs? Liquefaction necrosis. We are talking in detail about this all the things, but just for your this introduction of the types. Okay. Then tuberculosis and some fungi, there is mass apoptosis in the cytoplasm, and which causes caseous necrosis. Okay, it causes caseous necrosis. And saponified cytoplasm, the release of lipase, which causes enzymic fat necrosis. Okay, so this all the things, with all these things we are going to discuss in detail. Okay, okay. Some people just entered, I think for only attendance purpose. Okay, okay. So here there are types of necrosis. Okay, coagulative necrosis, liquefactive necrosis, then caseous necrosis, fat necrosis, fibrinoid necrosis, and lastly gangrenous necrosis. Okay, but these 5 types are important for your exam. You can add this gangrenous necrosis also. It is a part of this necrosis, that is cellular death. Okay, so we are going to discuss one by one about this necrosis. Okay. So coagulative necrosis, it is the most common type of necrosis. There is loss of nucleus with the cellular outline it being preserved. Okay. Loss of nucleus with the preserved outline of the cell. Okay. The outer covering of the cell, that is the cell membrane, is preserved. Associated with ischemia and seen in the organs like heart, liver, kidney, except brain. Okay, coagulative necrosis. So this type of necrosis, it is frequently caused due to lack of blood supply, and it is seen well in the infarcts of solid organs, that is heart, spleen, and kidney. Okay, we will discuss this later on. I'm just closing this meeting now. Just join within few minutes. Okay.